Last time on Redux.
My gods! I didn't think they were real. Not really.
I played your song beyond and above. It's time for some Redux.
It's over. And it's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no illithid empire, no death god's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate.
No.
Last night was perfect. Though I couldn't help lying there thinking about my parents before you stirred.
It's normal, you're still grieving.
I gave them the release they asked for. Freed myself from Shah's grasp just as they wished for. But there's moments where I think I'd trade that to be able to see them again. Talk to them again. There's so much only they could have told me. But that's all gone now. I've got to move on. Find some place for myself.
You'll find what you need, I'm sure of it. There's a place for you by my side if you want it. Oh, damn. There's a place for you by my side if you want it.
I was hoping you'd say that. Whatever lies ahead will be far less daunting if I have you. It could be just like old times. Well, hopefully not exactly like old times. I think I've had enough camping and mortal peril for one lifetime.
That's true. Oh, we're getting everyone's story end.
Since the Netherbrain fell, you and Shadowheart have seen more of Faerun than you ever thought possible. She no longer shies from wolves or water. Nothing in the world frightens her anymore. And you feel you could face anything by her side. One day, you receive a letter passed to you by a stranger who bows with deference. An invitation to a gathering of the friends and allies who stood by your side in the fight against the Absolute. You waste no time in packing and set off on the long road back to where all of your adventures together began.
Oh, it's Withers. Whoa. Oh, it's an Astra image.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
Oh, this is adorable. Oh, she had the giant form.
Must be careful to not overindulge tonight.
Now it really is a
Lest I
party.
lose control and slip into bear form.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. He wasn't kidding. With this, you mad bastard! You brought me back! Soldier. It's really you. I've missed you, man. Like, I've really missed you. And you're so clean.
How have things been in Avernus?
War's a dirty business, soldier. It's been exactly how you'd think. But having Will around has been incredible. Fucker's even better at killing devils than yours truly. We don't have much time to chat, but just knowing he's there makes all the difference. Oh, but hey, guess what we found? Cambion dropped a map with directions and blueprints for Zariel's own private forge. A fucking forge! Our current plan is to get in, grab a smith, and force him to fix old Rusty. Or maybe give me a brand new model that can live outside of Avernus. You haven't seen the last of old Karlak yet, soldier.
Oh, that's cute. If anyone can survive Avernus twice, it's you.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Keep a bottle of something good in the icebox for me, huh? Mama Kay's coming home before too long. Can I look you up when I'm out?
I don't know why I'm saving these things. Because I don't want it to, like, jip anything. You had better, or I'll hunt you down myself.
Hey, that would be kind of fun, though. High stakes hide and seek. Honestly, I'd be curious to see if you could land a blow or two. Gods, is it good to see you again. To be here, together. Hard not to get used to it all over again. This won't be the last time. I promise.
Wow, I really have to go through all the talks.
Well, look who decided to turn up. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. And you're looking more delicious than ever, if you don't mind me saying. Whatever you've been doing with your time, it clearly worked wonders.
You can thank my
Love
partner.
is a powerful tonic. And where better to celebrate our good fortune? An old haunt with old friends.
Oh. That's when I saw you were running from the sun. What happened? What about you? What have you been... Yeah, I'm gonna do that. What about you? What have you been up to?
I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero.
Oh, look at him.
It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it.
I could have told you that.
Yes, but you say all sorts of things. Honestly, I don't even listen half the time. It has made for a nice change, though. Inspiring hope in people, instead of terror. Well, I do try to inspire a little terror. I'm still me, after all.
That is true. Good to keep living the good life?
Hardly. Good people don't spend as much time lurking in the dark as I do. You know, it's funny. At first, I thought I was trapped by the shadows, cursed to live in them forever. But in time, I realized that darkness is as much a part of me as my fangs. This is only a curse as long as I refuse to embrace the shadows. So, I decided I would.
Oh,
I
good for
decided
him.
not to be defined by the choices other people made.
It's gonna be a
Or what other
long
people
episode.
did to me. My past may be dumb, but my present, my future, they're mine. This is who I am, in all my glory, for better and for worse.
I'm glad to hear it. Acceptance looks good on you.
That being said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am happy. We've had quite the journey, you and I. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling.
Ah, Australian. Why are you so good? I wouldn't. I'm probably gonna leave Shadowheart for last.
There you are, my friend.
What is he wearing?
Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
You have to roll? Come on. I was like, we have to roll for
You
this?
take in every scent the night breeze carries. Sweet honeysuckle, tender violets, and an earthy fragrance you can't quite recognize.
I smell fragrant flowers and a mysterious accent I can't quite place.
Forest trees draped in moss. Bittersweet, smoky, and that faintest hint of vanilla. A far cry from the rancid Avernus heat that's been clogging my lungs. I swear, Karlach and I have felled enough Cambions to build a fortress with their horns. Who'd have thought that just one of those fiends held the key to escaping Avernus for good? One of them sported a map and some blueprints. If you want all the gory details, Karlach can fill you in.
And Mizura, what part does she play in all this?
She's kept me on a long leash, if you can believe it. Every target she's set me on's been a demonic intruder. Tenari assassins who slip into Avernus. Armonites that amass near the sticks. My next target's the most challenging yet, or so she says. I don't know much more. Only that it's no demon, but a devil. I'm not worried. Not when Karlach's got my back. I swear she could scare the eyes off a beholder.
Have you had any time to visit your father?
I've seen him more than a few times. And he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's
Finally!
leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element. Commanding the Flaming Fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's Chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last Fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine.
Nice.
He still believes in the bow and the blade, but he's teaching the Fist a new lesson.
Oh, now it... Sorry. I missed... Okay, so I get... It's gonna force me to do it.
I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought, the heart-to-hearts, the nights around the fire. The comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone. If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear, I can't imagine not having you at my side. Well, that's enough hell talk for the moment. The night's young. You shouldn't go wasting it. Or wasting any of the wine for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oh, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
Oh, God. Okay. I could get a dagger! What the?
Beautiful night. I wish it could last forever.
A most welcome sight.
Whoa, yeah, I'm literally gonna talk to everyone.
Friend. For 2 months I trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through Limbo. But to see your face, it brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head.
Hey, Arcane would just see that it's that. Good to see you.
It's nice to hear it. It's taken a dozen Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure my projection. Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This... Fey Run.
Your efforts to topple the fuck.
We've spilled blood, gained a foothold in the astral, but still we need allies. And one beyond reckoning has made itself known. Zerith Minyaragith.
Gith? What is that?
Not a what, but a who. The immortal god king of the Githzerai. An exiled people. Once king with mine, until the madness of civil war ripped our one sky into 2. Our Gish sent word of the rebellion to Minyaragith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance.
Oh, wow, look at you. Hold on. Diplomatic mission? What's yours for the job? Your tongue is as learned as your blade.
My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge.
Oh, you're welcome.
Sometimes,
You're welcome.
a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck.
Sometimes.
Minyaragith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free.
Oh, she is a straight up lich.
But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm.
When will I see you again?
Soon. When the comet has risen. When the Lich Queen has crumbled to dust. I miss this place. More to the point, I missed you. I'll be back one day. The Overgod himself couldn't keep me away.
God, these heart to hearts are actually killing me inside. I'm just like, oh my god, they're so adorable. Well, let's talk to Volo.
Ah, my dear friend, it's been an age, has it not? You're looking very well indeed. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post.
It's wonderful to see you, Volo. How have you been?
Busy as ever. Better that than the reverse, wouldn't you say?
True.
Every major publishing house on the Sword Coast has been vying for my upcoming book on the subject of our adventures together. I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think?
Can't you? The Hero and I. I actually love it.
I knew you.
I'm not. This is not me patronizing. I actually don't hate that
Would
title.
even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you. Ah, your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in.
Oh boy. I love how you said, and I love to oh. My dog! We gotta talk to my
Remember the last time I heard the ballad of the endless spring performed?
Come here, doggy. Scratch.
Familiar sight. Scratch can't quite speak around the thing he has in his mouth.
We got here. We got this time, Scratch. He found it?
I found this. It smelled like you, so I kept it. Seemed like something you might like to throw.
I'd be happy to, but first, how have you been? I'm so glad Withers remembered to invite my favorite. I gotta go with the second one.
So am I. I've got a nice home in the city now. A girl named Mindy says I'm her best friend. She's mine too. Also you. I've got so many best friends, I hardly know who to snuggle.
Oh! God! That's... So glad to hear you fared well since our travels together.
I certainly have, and I always will. Forever, I think. And so will you.
This is a dangerous object. I'm not sure we should be playing with it.
You know best. But a little fetch never hurt anyone, as far as I know.
Okay. He'll leave. Does he leave it there? Huh. It just left here. Okay. Freaking love. I was like, aww, Scratch. Love that dog. So they didn't die. Oh God, how's Gale been?
Well,
he doesn't have it!
Look what the Tressim did.
He doesn't have it anymore! Let's go! Let's go!
Gale Decarius of Blackstaff Academy, educator of the esteemed School of Illusion. Pleasure to remake your acquaintance.
Oh God.
I did offer, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
However, the Blackstaff insisted I couldn't teach every subject, nor could the simulacra of myself I offered to create for that purpose. So I've settled for teaching the art of illusion. Magic to confound the senses, to render the impossible into reality, and to allow expression of that most magical attribute of all, imagination. I fear my students find me somewhat intimidating due to my, explosive former reputation. Seem to put the fear of the gods into them. Or the fear of Mystra, to be more specific. I surrendered the crown of Carsus to her, as I told you I would. And in return, she cured me of the orb at last. Even now, I struggle to put the feelings into words. It was like exhaling for the first time after holding my breath for so very long.
Oh, yeah, true.
Of course, I haven't clarified with my students that the orb is no longer a threat. The legend of my explosive capabilities is an excellent means of controlling a classroom. Too good, if anything. And I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils.
Damn, I just keep going to the warlock. Glad to hear that. The weave is not under for idle studies. It's dangerous. It should be treated as such.
Still, I hoped my students might be a little more open to the playful side of such magic.
True.
Oh, they try their best, of course, when they can manage to stay awake.
The cheek of them! Nothing a well-placed swipe from Tara can't fix.
Oh, it's you.
And what of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned?
I have literally... I've literally gone from Bard to Warlock. Like, I'm just doing my classes.
Plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them, you know? I'll be delighted to introduce you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure they'd have plenty of questions for you.
Suppose I could regale them with sterling ballads or two about our epic journey. Epic journey together. That's nice.
Now, I, for one, can't wait. And I say with some confidence, neither can they. Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with me in my tower. My apologies, Tara. That would be our tower. It will give us plenty of time to catch up on your adventures. I'm very curious to know what you've been up to these past months. But I suspect the telling of that tale would keep you tied to me all evening. So, in the spirit of selflessness, I encourage you to mix and mingle for now. With time enough to come.
I just love this too much. Like, this is killing me. Oh yeah, the last.
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now, our paths cross once more.
Let me guess, just as nature intended?
Just as I hoped they would, more like. The Oak Father has been kind to me this past while. Yet I cannot forget the bond we all forged together. It is one that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can, for I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day.
Sounds like you need a hug. Sounds like you need a hug.
I always do. Should I ever decline, assume a doppelganger has taken my place.
Ah, come on, bring it in, bro. Bring it in. This is a lot of a hug.
That was more than worth the wait.
Say that again. Oh, damn.
That was more than worth the wait? Oh, I suppose you didn't mean that literally. Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing.
Could listen to you talk all day, but if you insist. Finally, let this. Could listen to you talk all day, but if you insist.
Please spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see. My charges. Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halsin. Another is the chorus that greets me each nightfall. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake.
Known bedtimes. Alright, let me see what
I am all ears. Though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image.
I'm not going to use deception.
You have kept yourself busy. I expected no less, in truth. I shall be able to keep the children enthralled for a few more nights yet, thanks to you. And should you wish to retell of your exploits in person, well, I shall not object to a night off. Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening.
God, it's Kitsu.
As much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now. Unless there was anything else.
You wanted to form a new settlement, didn't you?
Our community grows rapidly.
Oh,
in
God.
6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all. In another 6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to those who remember them. The old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Rythwin have been repurposed into new homes, and the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony, stronger together.
I might actually have to split the video from like the finale to an epilogue because this is a lot. This is a lot. Sounds wonderful. Sounds wonderful.
It is, truly. Though a more complex, evolving beast than I could ever have anticipated. I spoke often of balance before. Only now do I realize that balance is no simple, fixed thing. We welcome folk from all walks of life. Anyone who wishes for a new start. Naturally, it can be chaotic at times, but it is a thrilling sort of chaos. It thrives in ways I could never have dreamed of.
I'll need to see this place for myself.
You are welcome whenever you like, and for however long you please.
Oh my God, how much did it... Well, oh, I do need to know about them.
Quite often. They come and go as they please, but with so many playmates to avail of, they are far from strangers. They ask after you often. What you did for them will never be forgotten. I can see it in the land all around me. But more importantly, I see it in their faces whenever they visit. To make a child smile is to dabble with the power of gods as far as I'm concerned.
This is more so than I expected of you. I thought that was against your nature.
On occasion, but I prefer not to interfere. Francesca of the High Forest is Archdruid now, and by all accounts, she has proven to be a steady and wise influence. Even Korga may yet find true balance, thanks to her influence.
So partial to Roman and bear form, I take
I
it?
spend half my days in Ursine form. The children demand it. I had a score of them taking turns riding upon my back just days ago. I'm glad they are so comfortable with the Oakfather's creations. But they must learn that not all are as amiable as I am. A lesson for another time, though. They deserve some joy. As for roaming, that impulse has dwindled, I must admit. Perhaps because I have found where I am meant to be.
Wow. You seem more so than I expected you.
As did I, but somehow I feel like I no longer need to roam. That I have found something worthy laying roots for. Amazing what can be discovered about oneself, even at a ripe old age.
How old are you?
Before you go, I have something for you. Just a little keepsake, really. Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle? I made this.
This is a legendary item.
Ducks are my favorite, but I thought they were particularly fitting in this case. They are migratory birds, of course, traveling far and wide with the turn of the seasons. Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong. Just like old friends find themselves back in each other's company.
Lovely. Thank you. You're a sentiment.
Just a token to remember me by. Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on. Enjoy the festivities. We can speak again later.
Whittled duck. I think I've literally talked to every single person.
I learned much under these very skies. Such pleasure to see them once more.
I don't think there's anybody else I can talk to. Well,
Gang is here. Wish I'd had time to polish up the guns.
I didn't expect to be nervous. But seeing everyone here like this, it's strange, isn't it? I feel like I must have dreamed the last few months. Now I'm waking up back in camp with my hair smelling like wood smoke and fallen leaves stuck to my backside.
I can pinch you if you're afraid that this isn't...
Save it for when we're alone.
Oh?
Anyway, I know it's real. I know we made it. I just wish I could go back in time and reassure the old me that it would all work out. But enough introspection. This is a party. So, we should divvy up what we tell people about what we've been doing these past few months. I'd hate to be a bore that comes along and regurgitates the same story to someone moments after you've told them. Any ideas?
It really encompasses all things. What do you think is worth telling?
Well, there's the visit to the House of the Moon, fending off Sharan assassins. That stray imp that joined us. Bing bong, wasn't it?
Wow.
We've squeezed in a lot. And I'm glad I got to share it all with you. I'm sure we'll have them hanging off our every word. I'll leave you to do some mingling, unless you need anything else.
Wow. I truly is a kiss.
That can be arranged.
I've never... I don't think I've, in my whole lifetime, ever asked somebody for a kiss. A kiss just happens. I never was like, may I kiss you? It's
Shame we're
weird.
with company. I'd be tempted to let you whisk me away someplace quiet. Why? Are you expecting to be gone for long? All right.
Random. Just like kiss, hug. I'm leaving now. Which, So after this, I don't think there's anybody else I need to talk to. It's just enough.
I could get lost in those arms. With music in the air and wine flowing, I think I'll manage. Don't get into trouble, but if you must, fetch me first.
What am I gonna get in trouble with? Oh. Wow, you can just end your adventure right now. Well, I've talked to literally everybody.
Good song, good company, and good wine from the looks of it.
Oh. Hey, Withers.
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again.
Of course.
How dost thou feel?
I'm accomplished everything I wanted to. I did my duty, no more, no less. Can't help but feel some things have been left undone. Getting tired, and I might just go to bed.
I am pleased to hear it. The satisfaction of one's intention is, to my surprise, a rare accomplishment. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much.
I think I've caught up with everyone. What comes next?
What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready. For thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
The greatest friends I could dream of, to the brains without worms and a good night's sleep. Nah, I'm gonna say that.
To you.
That was good. That was really good. Even at the end, when I just had to deal with the brain and killing that thing, which wasn't hard. Like, what? Because you're supposed to. Like, it wasn't hard once you get the strategy of, like, okay, I need to kill everything that can come at me, and then just go into the brain, and that stupid part where it just disintegrates parts of the wall. These songs, like, they put so much in this game, and there's still parts I have not even experienced, even though I had people with me, because again, like, they go through different stuff if you have different people, and then you even have, like, if you go through it as a like one of the origin characters is a whole different story or different way of doing things. You get to see certain cinematics you would never see unless you're part of them. And then also like the whole love thing, because I could have went with Karlach. I could have went to the Avernus, and that would have been a whole different epilogue of us coming back. Then who knows? Like, if you don't do certain things, people are not with you. And then there is that whole thing where you could just not, you could actually have went with the Emperor, which I don't know how that's going to go, because he would want the power of the Absolute. Yeah, it was a, oh my god, because I actually, and then the worst part, like the epilogue of just like talking to everyone, I'm like, some of these people never went on journeys with me, and I still felt a very strong attack, not even attraction, more of like attachment to them. There's the words. Try not to have feelings right now. Like it's emotional, not like cry emotional. Maybe for some people it might have been, but damn, to go through the certain stories and go through what happened. And then finally taking out the Absolute, and oh god, those people are annoying with the goblins and all that. And oh yeah, that's a whole other thing. There's certain characters that you can have, like other characters that you could have had in your party, and there's a whole different story. Well, that would be hard, because there is that paladin that we went to, when we actually fought the we went into Absolute Camp and everything like that. There was that paladin that could join your team, but it's so hard because people leave. Like, I think it's, if I'm not mistaken from what I've read, Shadowheart dips. Karlach, I think if you meet her beforehand, she will bounce too, because of just like how negative this person is to that repertoire or that people. And then of course you could have had Jaheira into the group, and then, but oh my god, Jaheira annoyed me because that girl literally ran in and died. It was just like, I never knew there was actually lyrics to this part. Oh, sir, she is a cast. God, ooh, somebody went hardcore, like 3 people's voices. And then all the Dream Warrior. Oh, that was a good part. I want to know how that's going to be with my friends, because that I wasn't expecting. Like, I knew, like, okay, if you decide to go against the Emperor, he's going to fight you. He joins with the Absolute because he's a coward. But he joins with them. I didn't expect the dragon. I was like, he's riding a dragon that was possessed? Oh, that's craziness. And then the Dream Warriors came up. So everybody who was a Dream Warrior to, I guess, they were just randomized. I don't know. I didn't see mine. I guess because it becomes the Emperor, so you don't see that one. But everyone else's Dream Warriors showed up, supposedly. So I don't know how that's going to work with, like, friends. And, like, probably I won't see my Dream Warrior because I talked to the Emperor. the first time, but everyone, I wonder if they're gonna see their like creation at the end. Who knows? it's a very different thing. I'm like, damn, that took a lot. That must take a lot to just like program into the system. Was it 3 years? I know this was in beta for 3 years, but they must have been developing it way before they had the beta to come out. And they're still working on it. There's still patches going on. And big improvements and all this other stuff that's going. And then there's even a tactician mode that's completely different. Which I don't know, man. When you get to this ending part where it's like, you have powers, you have your abilities and everything, but like you don't get more. You just have certain legendaries, and then you have to hope you're maxing your things the correct way and setting yourself up. And yes, you can save and come back to it most of the times, like I did, because oh no, dude. I think if anyone's ever doing like a pure run of this game, it must be hard, because that means like if anyone ever dies, you literally only can just like bring them back through withers or something like that. If you're playing a pure thing, is like if they're dead, they're dead. Oh, I don't know, man. People die for the weirdest things in this game. Like sometimes just everyone just joins up and beats down one character. Like it would be hard. It would be really hard to just deal with the fact of just like, oh well, if they're dead, they're dead. Kane withers them back. Or my favorite, like I've lost characters because they get pushed in a chasm. I'm like, what? Like, I have to restart. I'm just like, it's not even like, oh well, you died. No, you just get pushed and you fell down and you're just dead. I was just like, great. That wasn't by a physical attack, it was just pushing. So yeah, that's like, okay. But yeah, no, pure run would be crazy. Especially with like not knowing certain things and not remembering things and stuff like that. But damn, this is a massive game. Massive game of me just playing through this RPG, constantly going in and in and in. Because Act 3 was huge. But Act 1 was big on its own. Like Act 2 was like a little bit with the Underdark and going through all that and fighting these people. So much fighting. And then Act 3 just like, oh, you have to meet these people. You have to get this legend. You have to go here. Mother Ethel's back. I was like, oh my god. Like all, and then of course the decision, the rising that I did. Oh, I didn't even speak about the whole fact that, like, the Emperor, bro, that man lied. He's like, oh yeah, this guy's going to kill you on sight. Like, he's going to be like, you're a Lithid, you're dying. And aside from the fact that he was, like, a little bit angry with what we did, of course, and how we saved him way too late or not allowing ourselves to die, but he was pretty chill. How he worked that. I was like, bro, he changed. He's like, I was like, nope, not turning full Lithid. You can go after yourself. I'm not becoming a squid man with no genitalia. Because again, no one tells you that. You like lose. You're just like, boop, mind flare. I eat brains. That's how I survive. I'm like, fudge that. And I'm not gonna kill myself as the game goes. I didn't even turn myself half a Lithid in this playthrough, so I was not going full. But the fact that guy was like, hey, so I've been fighting these things forever. I was going to lead my people and rise up. And he's like, okay, I'll sacrifice myself. Let's go. I was like, what? Good way of not having it be like locked in that decision of just like, hey, now you're a Lithid. Like, no. But, so now he turned himself to a mind flayer, and I had to use all the crazy mind flayer things that I've not done the whole time. Because I was just like, nah. Oh yeah, no, that's true. In this gameplay, I didn't turn half a Lithid. Never turned anyone there. I was almost, for the longest time, I was almost never going to have a Lithid parts. I was just never going to do it. And then it's because like I'm like, oh well, because I'm going to turn into a mind flayer. That's the end if I ever try to do lithid things. But no, you could be a little bit. You could go into the tadpole a little bit, but as long as half a lithid would change your story for some people, especially Lizelle, because she's like, no, you're now this, so kick rocks kind of things. But yeah, no, like, didn't do it, so it was good. And destroyed all the 3. Gortash was not that hard, to be real honest. It wasn't hard to fight Gortash. Just gang up on him in a corner. That's all I did. Was like, I'm gonna stay away from these things shooting me. I'm gonna stay away from that, and I'm just gonna hit you in this corner with all my characters attacking all at once. Same thing I did with oh wait, what? Oh, stop. Same thing I did with oh craps, I forgot his name. I forgot what I. Oh, Raphael. Well, yeah. Once I knew the pillars didn't have to get destroyed, I was just like, oh yeah, we're going all out. We're killing this man. There's a long. I've been ranting the whole time, kind of just doing a review. In a way, if I would have to put points to this, I know it won't. I know Baldur's Gate 3 will not win Game of the Year. It definitely should. It definitely should win Game of the Year. Because this was an amazing game. I would 100% give it 10 out of 10. All things considered, 10 out of 10. If I could make it 11 or 100 out of 10. It just does things right. Like, like, it doesn't go too hard on D&D where the point where it's like, oh, you're just playing the game, but in video game form, it has its own variety to itself. All the characters matter in some way, shape, or form, and you can, even though they're not in your party, they still remember things, and they still are a part, and you can still do their quests, like, for as long as you're doing certain things right. But, like, you can still do that, and even NPCs, I care about the NPCs, and that, I think to me, that is always a good thing. Like, an RPG, because NPCs don't matter, they're non-playable characters. Like, why the hell should you care? So anytime an RPG makes me care about them, Tour de France. Like, I'm just like, oh, damn, I actually have an emotional drive to do things. And, like, even if it's in a way of being annoying, like, oh, God, here it comes again. But that's still a feeling, that's still a reaction. Like, that's not just pure neutral absence of just like, man, they're there. And they don't just say the same things over and over again, some of them. But yeah, like even in Baldur's Gate, which it had a lot of people there, a lot of them had talks. There was a part that I missed when I didn't even go to like a blacksmith that was a doppelganger or something like that. Didn't do it. Didn't do a lot of Rivington. Just went straight to Baldur's Gate. I was like, I don't need to be here. I did get the legendary item, which that carnival thing, that legendary item was amazing. Did I fight? No, I think I did fight the dinosaurs in this. Yeah, that was interesting. I was like, somebody had to program this. I mean, literally had to program me fighting all these dinosaurs, getting that level up. And then, which is, it's so weird because especially with like the classes, like I had to redo my class so many times because of new things. Of like, oh, here's your items, or here's different. And you're like, I want to make this different. I want to make this optimal to what I want. The fact that like even Shadowheart's origin character, she would have been illusions and being an illusionary cleric. That was her domain. I was able to change it. I was like, nope, don't want to deal with illusions. Hate doing all this stupid like mind trickery. It's not my playthrough. I just like hitting raw. Like I'm just like damage to you, AoE, some healing maybe because you're a cleric. And the way I could just shape her up to have like health and an armor, and I was not just doing spells. I could actually hit things. Kind of did the same thing with my warlock because it was more of a mage. Oh my god. It's still going! I want to give it this bravery of like going with the well, I hope, dude, I hope it's not like, I will always remember, and I think I've talked about this many times in the when credits roll, because it's my ultimate example of credits being way too long. I literally left, but there was a game which some people might not even remember because those kind of games are done, and I know they're trying to bring back like Rock Band and Guitar Hero, which I don't see happening because you can't put it on any stream, or like you can't put it on Twitch, you can't put it on YouTube, which is most of the times how people realize what these, unless you're gonna play, and you couldn't just have all these licensed songs and then have to play them like uncopyrighted, so I don't think it would work. But like DJ Hero 2 has a 2-hour, and I'm not joking, 2-hour long credits that roll. 2 straight hours. And you get an achievement for listening or to watching the whole credits, which I didn't watch. I literally like left my TV on and was like, I'm going to do other things. Because it was so... But that's because of, in DJ Hero, like, you have to give credits to everybody who was a part of the song, every studio that was part of the song, and because DJ Hero, where you mix things, you have to deal with them who did the mixing, and then that song that was mixed with it, so they have all their people you have to deal with, and then also, because the studios had it in America, and in Japan, and in Africa, all these other places, you have to do their credits, and all that stuff, and you're like, oh my god. So, it was long. As casting, Alienware, casting collectives. What is this? Lemon Sky. Oh, is this all the like all the other groups that was part of it? Vivid Dream Productions, Wushu Studios. Okay. Oh, I guess for the fighting. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Never played Monk. They gave you stuff for Monk. Never did it. It's like I never even seen anyone else play Monk, because it's hard, I guess. I don't know. I've never seen it. It would be very interesting to play Monk and to see how that works. I did like how I played like Warlock Bard, even though I didn't do the Bardic Inspiration until I remembered I had Bardic Inspiration. But I do like it. Like, it wasn't bad. I did more of the Warlock stuff, though. Like, 100%. I was like, I like Warlock. I liked it, and of course I also liked the fact that I could use my blade. Like, when I found the happy medium between magic and stabby. And the items helped, too. Once I got those. That was fun. Well, I'd also... Wait, so Barbarian... But Barbarian's always simple. You rage, you hit things, you unrage, or you don't rage, and then you do your... Which was weird having Karlach, though, because she has abilities, spells of sorts, and cantrips, kind of, where you can't do them if you're raging, so you can't do any magic. So it was always weird to have, like, that medium, like, I don't have to rage in every single fight. I can... literally just fight somebody just normal and use these like branding smites and all that stuff while not doing it, because she is a tiefling of Zariel, which is her whole thing. So that was interesting to have that combo of different ways of playing it, and sometimes using the soul coins when I remember to use the soul coins. So that was fun. And apparently that they found a cure for Karlach was a good ending for her, is that she's cured. Because the whole time I'm like, how do you find this cure while being in the... I was gonna be so sad if like she would just die. And it's sad that Australian can't go into the sun. Like, that is always my problem with like vampires versus. I am talking a lot, by the way, but like vampires versus werewolves. Like, which one would you want to be? If you had to choose, I would definitely pick a werewolf all the time, even if it comes with the breaking the bones, the pain, the rage, the fur, and all that stuff, and the dog behavior. I can't do no sun. Like, that sucks. Like, can't go outside. The nightlife is your life. And then, especially, like, I live in Arizona. Like, hint, hint, whatever. But I would only, have 8 hours that I can do anything? And then, like, especially in the summertime, forget about it. Forget about it. You don't even go. The sun doesn't even set till, like, 7. And then properly set until 7. And then that sun is back up at 5 in the morning. Nah. Jip me on that. Nah, that would be crazy. I'd rather not be. Just sucks when you get to a full moon, but that's about it. I couldn't. Nah, can't do that vampire life. So that was interesting for her. Oh yeah, and get Lizelle with her Githyanki things, and having all those like. Here's all your things I'm going to give you because you're Githyanki. Have fun with that. You're getting it. So that was interesting to have that. And also I did like the change of her just not being a rude bitch anymore. Like, there's rough around the edges, and then there was whatever Lizelle was for a while. Like, I'm like, whoa, she is rigid. But yeah, no, well, and then of course, fighter is fighter. It's like swing. You don't have to do. The only thing that was extra was like, of course, like the maneuvers, which was cool to have disarming. Like, oh, I can disarm you. That which is amazing. Weapon drops and stuff like that's awesome. And then of course having the Githyanki part of like extra. Well, not really flying, but more of like jumping and stuff like that was cool. So that was awesome. Now we're on special thanks. Oh boy. Wait. Do they actually put our names in here? No. That would be funny if they did. I think it's for more people that like legit. Hunter best metal band in the world. Okay. I don't think they would put it. Oh, John Vega. That's cool. That's a good name. I care. I'm just kidding. That would be hilarious, though. Nah, it's not. Damn, they didn't have a lot of L's. Oh, yeah, I even forgot, like, of course, like, if you weren't like me, who had to do this on YouTube and whatever, and they just have, like, oh, well, show me the bits. It would be, oh, there's Wolf Heart FPS. Of course he was. Ran out BioWare, who worked on Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Aw, they thanked the originals. Nice. To my son Edward for his patience and love. Aw, to the fur babies. Cool. They put a lot into this. They put a lot into that. I still kind of wish kobolds could have been a race. Because I like those little guys. They're fun. They're silly. And they're small. But I guess they're too small. They're like, halflings are probably the smallest you could ever. When we skip school and fall asleep. That's not good. I'm not reading all these though. A lot of special things. Oh yeah, and the fact that this was like mostly developed in the COVID years, like that was crazy that they put all that effort in there. And this is the only game. Well, I know they probably did have beta testers, like actual beta testers, but this is one of those games that legit had people like me and you in the beta for 3 whole years. Like, we were beta testers for them. Because we would play the game like, okay, we don't like this, or we like this, or we like this character that you put in, and all this stuff. I really do love Karlach. Karlach is amazing. I do like Shadowheart a lot because of her change and how, like, you're going with Shar. Shar is literally going to purge the, like, destroy the world in darkness. This is stupid. But I do like the fact, like, Karlach is such a fun person for a person who could have literally died at any moment for her. Kind of same as Gale. Gale was kind of like, he had his moments, but Gale was very nice and very good of a personality to deal with when he legit could be blowing up at any moment. And I'm happy he gave the crown and then lost his whole thing. Speaking of the crown, I still find it hilarious that Raphael thought we were going to give it. I'm like, you think I'm going to give you a powerful crown so you can control the Elder Brain with that thing? Because I wasn't supposed to kill the Elder. Or maybe I was. Maybe that was the whole thing. Yeah, so not the Elder Brain. But, like, the fact that he thought he could control that power. No, I think he was going to control the Elder Brain. It's stupid. That he was going to control that power and I was just going to let it happen. You're insane. You're insane. But that is the option. You could literally still just go the route of just like going, cool, I got... Well, he was going to give you the thing, and then you would have promised to give him the crown afterwards. Then there's no taking backseats. All he would do is kill you if you don't give him the crown. And then I would lose the chance to get the crazy gauntlets of 23 strength and the constitution of 23. Yeah. Miss me with that. It's not like he helps you either. He's just like, okay, cool. You have a hammer now. Bye. To my life? Why did they do this in different languages? I don't even know what that is. Is that Greek? Did they repeat the song? That's weird. I don't even know how much, because apparently, again, who knows how long it's going to be, because the whole thing with songs and playing, even though I'm talking over it, yeah, they can be fun. Wow, they really gave props to Wolf Fang FPS. The best work from home companion ever. Aww. Yeah, it must have been a weird time for dogs and pets and everything, just to be like, I see you so much of the day, and then to work, and then have a dog just like, oh well, you're here, so that means you want to hang out with me. And you're like, no, I have to do stuff. It's like, cool, I'm gonna annoy you at any moment. Why? But we love them. We love our and cats, or else we wouldn't have them, to be honest. Or you shouldn't. Like, I don't know. Well, when it like in those times where it's like you have to give up a dog or have to give up a cat, like unless you are heartless or you don't really care and you never really thought of it as like a part of your family in any shape or form. Like, it must be hard. Like, hopefully it's hard to give up an animal or a loved one. It is a loved one, to be honest. Because I always feel bad, like, I have one dog that's getting up in years. Not too far up, but, like, you start thinking to yourself, like, oh, there's going to be a time where this entity, this person, well, not really person, but this part of my being, in a way, it's going to be gone. Like, very soon. Like, it's not like a human being, like, where you think, like anybody you meet, unless they're, like, in their 80s or whatever, like, you're just like, oh, yeah, you're going to be here for a very long time, to the point where my brain doesn't really put that together, that you could just go at any moment, like, death is inevitable. Like, you don't think that way. You kind of just go like, oh, well, this person's here. You might sometimes take it for granted, whatever, but, like, that's just how it is. But with animals and stuff, like, we know the time frame for most animals, especially ones that are like our pets. So we know, like, no matter how long they could live for, their time is limited comparative to us. Their mortality's there. Oh, Wizard of the Coast, cool. I don't even know how long it was talking. Like, it could have been a long time. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to split this up in 2 parts. Because it's probably 2 hours. It's probably 2 straight hours that I've just been like, wow. It's 11:03. Whoa, that's some time. When the heck? How the hell did it... When did time go? It took this long. Oh my god. I was recording the whole time. It's so long. And oh my god, now the copyright parts. Oh, so much. I thought it was over. I thought it was the second I saw Wizard of Coast, I was like, it's done. Nope. From 2011, 2016 to... Oh, did I do that for every script and everything? Wow. Our 2.5 million early access players. Whoop whoop you for playing this game, supporting us, and sharing our love for classic RPGs. It was amazing. You guys did an amazing job, and you should win Game of the Year. It's a travesty if they don't win Game of the Year. It's a travesty. I think, like, I know leaked. I know.
There thou art, the dead three. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice?
Wait, you
thou
forgot?
sought to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.
I don't know about that. They cannot be more after this. They cannot be. Come on. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it would go for my quick save. Well, that was it, peeps. Thanks for watching. This has been a journey. Now I can go on to other things. Oh my god. Whoa, this is good. But I will split this up so there will be weird openings or endings, whatever. But for now, like, comment, subscribe. I'll keep on bringing out episodes. None of this, of course. But keep on bringing out episodes every single day. Unless something weird happens. I do have a Twitter. That's at Cheetor. And I do have a Facebook. That's Lincoln Washington Edwards. But for now, and hopefully forever, as long as we keep this up, BFN. Bye for now. Woot woots! 3 hours! What?